Hey everybody, Retro Gaming Guy here. Today in this video we're going to unbox, demo, and review this Kamrui Ryzen AM08 Pro mini gaming PC. Now this looks really cool. I've actually seen very similar mini gaming PCs, but the specs on this are really impressive, and this also has 3 modes that you can switch to for different uses. So let's dive into these specs a little bit here. So this mini gaming PC right here offers us 32 gigabytes of RAM. It offers us the AMD Ryzen 7 7735HS processor, which is 8 cores, 16 threads, with speeds of up to 4.7 gigahertz. We also have the Radeon 680M GPU on here. We have Windows 11 Pro installed on an internal 512 gigabyte SSD. We can actually open this up very easily as well to make adjustments, add additional SSDs or hard drives. We have lots of different options to upgrade this, which we will show as we unbox this. And another really cool feature is the fact that we have triple screen display options here. So you can connect up to 3 different displays at the exact same time to this setup. So really cool. And of course, the fact that this looks really cool is another major advantage to this mini gaming PC. I love the RGB lights on here. That certainly doesn't impact performance, but it looks really cool. So let's open this up. Let's see exactly what the design is like in person. Let's see what the functions and features of it look like. And then we're going to do a full performance test for this. We're going to jump into Batocera, and we will actually test out a wide range of emulators and see exactly how this handles each of them. And then we're going to dive into Windows 11 Pro, and we'll jump into some modern day games here and see exactly what the experience is like and performance is like over there. So let's dive into it and get started. All right, so let's open this up and see what we've got. All right, so first and foremost, let's take a look at the different cable connections that we have waiting for us inside. So here we have our two-part power supply cable. There we go, connects just like that. I like the low profile option here. HDMI cable, and then of course we have our mini gaming PC. So inside we also have a user manual, and then we also have a memory compatibility list, which is new for mini gaming PCs. I like the fact that we have that. And this just walks through some great products that would be compatible with this, because you definitely want to know exactly what is going to work with your mini gaming PC, especially if you want to go ahead and install, additional memory options here. So just walking through this, it just walks through in the manual, how we would go about setting this up, making our connections and all that good stuff. So I'm going to set that aside, and let's actually look at the mini gaming PC itself. All right, guys, so here we have our actual mini PC now. So I want to walk through some of the functions and features of this. Now, you've probably seen on my channel that I've reviewed some similar options that look very similar to this product right here, almost identical, in fact. You have to remember that what is going on the inside does differ quite a bit from model to model, even within the same brands. And then, of course, when you factor in different brands that have the same shell, they're going to have different things going on inside as well. So this has very different specs than anything that I have reviewed in the past. So this is first and foremost 32 gigabytes of RAM, but let's actually walk through the functions and features of this design, because I love this design. It's not the smallest scale mini PC out there by any means. It's a mini tower style mini PC, but it offers us some amazing specs, which you guys saw in the previous part of this video. Now, right up here, we have a dial, and there's 3 different settings that you can actually select with this dial. And as you power this on and you connect it, you will see that there's different LED lights for each of these. So I always have it on performance. Performance is going to be all the way over this direction. So for you guys to the right, for me to the left, and that is going to be what you want to select for gaming or video editing. And that's pretty much all that I do on these mini PCs. So that's going to give you the highest performance, but you also have auto, and then you have silent. Silent is going to be your lowest setting on here. Auto is going to be for like regular usage for the most part. And then if you're gaming on here, you're doing anything that's, somewhat demanding, you're going to want to go over to performance mode. Now let's take a look at the ports on the front of this, because I think the offerings here are absolutely amazing. So right up here at the top, we have our audio connection. That's how we are going to plug in our headphones, our headset. We're going to plug in external speakers if we want to, right there. Love how it's easily accessible on the front panel. Now we also have 2 USB 3 ports right on here. USB 3s, much more impressive, obviously, than regular USBs. So I like that they went that route. And then we also have a Type-C connection right below that. Now I use more and more things that run off of Type-Cs, to the point where now that is a requirement for me. I need to have a Type-C port, and preferably I'd like to have it on the front of my mini PC. So I love that we have that option there. Now, if we flip this all the way around, and actually on the sides, you can see it says gaming across here, which is cool. We also have exceptional ventilation, and we have ventilation just on that one side. But let's take a look at the back side before I show you the offerings on the other side, because it might not look like much, but this is actually the best side in my opinion. So take a look at the back here. We have two USB 3 ports right here. We also have two HDMI ports, so we can get multiple displays into the mix. We can also bring another display in through that Type-C port in the front if we wanted to. So we also have an Ethernet connection down here at the bottom and our power supply connection at the very bottom. So I was talking about this plain side that doesn't look like much. This is actually really impressive because we can actually open this up. It uses two magnets, which you see right at the top there, and we have two little hinges down there that just lie into these two little holes at the base here. You just simply put those together like so, and it clicks right back together. But this is how we can access everything within. So if we want to make adjustments to our RAM, we want to make adjustments to our SSD installed within, we want to add additional connections in here, which there's room to add additional SSDs or even hard drives in here if we wanted to. We have all of those capabilities. We don't have to undo any screws. We don't have to search for the proper tools to even start trying to take things apart. It's literally this simple. I love what this offers, and I love how easy it is to reconnect. It literally just pulls right back into place, clicks in place, and you are good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and power this on. I do want to show you guys the way that this looks, but let's get this set up. We'll boot it up, and we'll jump into first some retro video game emulation. We'll test out the performance over there, and then we'll jump into Windows 11 Pro, and we'll try out some AAA titles on that side of things.
$30 low. $40 low. $40.15.
I want some of whatever he had for breakfast.
Big shot!
Oh my gosh!
What a stop!
Thrown up by Kasperitis. Murray in front! Hackett gets his stick on it. It's moved ahead.
How much more of this punishment can they take?
Over to Pody. Moved across. It's in! The Rangers are up by 1.
Help me! Submarine simulation, 5 minutes.
Advantage server.
Game time. Up the left side. Rolls right. Moving down to Pinkston. Complete to Pinkston. Touchdown! And they're not going to settle for just one. Back from center. McNabb, just Daly.
Great catch.
You can put it on the board.
Long, easy right. Easy left. Long, easy right. Firework. Ice.
Who's next?
First place. He baited Swarm.
Active camo inbound.
Nearing victory.
Active camo available.
Tango's closing in. Back off.
Another one down.
All right, guys, so we just jumped out of the Kamrui AM08 Pro mini gaming PC, and I had a phenomenal experience with this. Now, before I talk in depth about the layout and design of this mini PC, as well as the performance, I want to address something that I think is really important here. This looks very similar to a lot of other mini gaming PCs out there on the market. Just because things look similar or almost identical, in fact, if we're being totally honest here, doesn't mean they are the same mini PC. The specs of this differ drastically from anything else that I've reviewed here on the channel. This has double the amount of RAM just off the bat, different processor. So in the end, you get a completely different result going off of this versus other mini gaming PCs out there on the market, even if, again, they look identical. So take that into consideration here. And this does make it more challenging to navigate, the mini gaming PC markets, because most of us are going through Amazon, and if we see, one PC that looks a certain way and we see it listed 3 more times, we just assume it's the same one. Maybe it's got different branding behind it, which can be the case, but in this case, it's not. Unfortunately, it's not that simple. It does look very different. So I just wanted to address that because I know that there's people probably out there saying, didn't this guy just review this mini PC last week? Has he lost his mind? I haven't completely lost my mind. It is a different mini PC, different brand, different specs, totally different, performance in the end as well. So we jumped in here, we tested out Batocera. I dove into a bunch of retro video games from a wide range of different collections using different emulators, and I had a phenomenal experience. Now, usually with retro gaming, we hit a wall somewhere in there. We hit, one collection that uses an emulator, and, maybe it doesn't perform as well as the other, collections do. That's not the case here. This literally handled everything that I threw at it, everything from original Xbox to GameCube to Nintendo Switch to PS2, PS3. We tested out Wii U. We tested out some older stuff too, just to see if I can get this to have any issues. We checked out Sega Saturn, Dreamcast, no issues whatsoever with this mini gaming PC. Now, does that mean you can get into every single retro game title for all these collections? No, there's going to be some limitations. That's generally due to the fact that not every game will be effectively emulated by the designated emulator. For example, Xbox, you can't get into every original Xbox game, even if you have the most powerful PC in the world. Unfortunately, emulation just isn't quite there yet with everything, but it's getting better and better every day. So we jumped into Windows 11 Pro, jumped into Steam. We tested out some AAA titles over there. And what I tried to do here was I jumped into one of my favorite games to actually test out, Asphalt 9 Legends, which is a great racing game. There's a lot going on, so you can really see how a PC handles it. Great experience over there. But then I jumped into the new Halo games multiplayer. Or I say new, it's the newest Halo game. Still, it's a couple of years old now. But multiplayer has been a challenge for most mini PCs. It just usually results in significant lags, delays, screen tearing in most cases, actually, to the point where I actually decided to stop using that as one of the games that I test out mini PCs with, because I just had a terrible success rate. So I threw that game at this, and it performed extremely well. You saw I was playing live in here. I really, in all honesty, had no idea how to do most of the matches, but I got through it, and it was a good experience. There was no lags or delays, no hiccups in the gameplay, just very smooth, very good experience. And I would say you can pretty much do anything on this mini PC. So let's talk about the price point here. And I don't like to talk about prices too much in my videos these days because the price points are all over the place. One day I'll be doing a video and the price will be like $600 on a mini PC. And then a week later, it'll be half the price. It's just all over the place. So at the time of this video, this mini PC, and I'm going to check it right now because again, the prices do fluctuate quite often. It's going for $599, which is, pretty steep for a mini gaming PC. But when you consider what it's capable of emulating in that smaller scale, it definitely does make sense. Now, I'd love to see this for $100 less. Who wouldn't? But I don't think that $599, in all honesty, is outrageous for what you get out of this mini PC. It's a much smaller scale than, a typical gaming PC. But I have a full-scale gaming PC right here, and this is pretty much in line with what that offers. So we have, the Ryzen 7 processor on here. We have some very good graphics. Now, the graphics card's not super high-end, but it certainly does a great job here. We have 32 gigabytes of RAM. Just all in all, a phenomenal experience here, and I think all the specs line up perfectly to give you that great experience. So let me know in the comment section what you guys thought of the performance here, what this offers us, and of course, let's address the fact that this is really easy to open up and to make customizations internally on here. We don't have to mess around, try and unscrew different components to access everything within. We can literally just pop the side panel out because it's got those 2 magnets and those hinges at the bottom. We can access everything internally, make upgrades if we want to. Let me know what you guys think about this. I really don't think personally that it's a tall ask for what you get out of this, but it may be too expensive for some. Let me know what you guys think about the price point, the performance, all that good stuff in the comments of this video. I'm going to put a link up here at the top of your screen so you can get some additional information on this mini gaming PC right here. That's going to do it for today, though. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to give me a thumbs up on the video if you enjoyed the content today. And of course, hit subscribe to stay in the loop for all future videos right here on the Retro Gaming Guy YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting me here. I'll see you on the next video.